Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. I've been wanting to share this with you for a while now, and now that I have all of the screws that I'll probably need for the rest of my life, if you haven't seen that video where I got the best deal in my life on screws, check it out. I'll leave it in the upper right hand corner. But now that I have all of the screws that I'll ever need, I thought I'd share with you a security feature that you can add to your home. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this first and foremost. This is what I plan on doing during SHTF, right? Or when people are out there desperate to get things because they fail to prepare in order to give a little bit of extra fortification to my home. Now, I got this idea from a video that I saw years ago of someone here in Alaska that used to live in the bush part of the year, and then they would live in town the other part of the year. And one of the ways that they protected their cabin from bears is what I'm going to show you now. But if it works for bears, I guarantee you it'll work for two-legged creatures as well, or zombies, as we like to call them. All right, so let me go ahead and set things up to show you how to do this. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not try this at home, especially if you're not of age. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am sharing this with you for entertainment purposes only. And this right here is all that you would need. All you would need is a piece of wood, preferably some kind of a plywood. I just grabbed a small piece of scrap wood that I have left over from my projects. And you're going to need either nails or screws. I prefer screws because I think that they'll be tougher than nails because they don't really bend very much, and because they'll hold on to the meat even better. Now, you can make this as small or as big as you can. You can use it to cover your windows, but more importantly, I feel it's best to be used to put on a floor somewhere that is hidden from whoever may be trying to intrude into your home. And let me show you what it is that I'm going to do. So as you can see, I've got my piece of plywood, and like I said, it can be as big or whatever shape you want to make it. I also grabbed myself a couple of 2x4s that I can place my plywood on top of right here. I've got a good supply of screws here. For this case, I'm going to use my shorter screws. I've got 1.5-inch screws here, or 1 5/8, and then 2.5-inch screws. For this, for demonstration purposes, I'll be using the 1 5/8-inch screws, but in real life, I would use the 1 or the 2.5-inch screws because they're thicker and of course they're longer. So ladies and gentlemen, all we have to do is go to work screwing screws into your plywood from one end. And as you can see, the screw will come out the other side. And the longer the screw, obviously, the more that it will stick out. So now all you have to do is just turn this back around and go crazy, putting screws anywhere you want. So let me go ahead and do that so that I can show you what it looks like after it's done and where I plan on placing these boards should I ever have to for added security during the zombie apocalypse. Now, as you saw, you can put as many as you want as close together. I wouldn't put them that close together, and you can put them as far apart. You can actually, once you turn it over, you can put your foot on it lightly to see if it'll cover the entire area of a foot. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me that this would not deter someone from coming into your home, wherever you may place this. Trust me, somebody steps on this, they're not going to want to continue to try to break into your home. Now, let me show you some places that I would put it. Now, I remember watching this video a few years ago where they were leaving their cabin for the summer. They stayed in their cabin out in the bush, pretty much in the middle of nowhere for the winter, and they were leaving for the summer. And they would take boards like this but instead of screws, they had nails. So this would be a lot easier and faster if you had a nail gun, a pneumatic nail gun, and just went boom, boom, just. But I think that the nails are a lot stronger and they will do a lot more damage, right? A much bigger deterrent. And what they would do is they would take these boards and they would screw them into their windows and also their doors. But what I would do is I would go ahead and take these boards, and let me tell you where I would put them. I would place them in the entrance of all of my doors. So anywhere where you can gain entry into your home, I would place the board. But not just like that either. I would go ahead and put a screw holding it down to the deck on several places. That way, if somebody steps on it, they won't be able to just move it around. They'll have to actually pull their foot back out. And of course, I would make the board a little bit bigger than this, but I would put a welcome mat over it that was nice and light, a nice thin welcome mat. Same thing for any windows that I had that somebody can get into the house from. I would put these under the windows. If you have bushes, you can put them like behind the bushes under the window, and you can like put leaves and things like that onto them. I think you get the idea, ladies and gentlemen. You would pretty much put these boards anywhere that there was an entry into your home and then try to camouflage it so that somebody wouldn't be able to see them, especially during the nighttime. But if you can't see it during the day, then you definitely won't be able to see it during the nighttime. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you time. Anyone that wants to break into your home is going to break into your home. But if they run into something like that, a board with nails or screws in it sticking out, and they actually put their foot through one, you're definitely going to hear a scream. And more than likely, they're going to go ahead and take off. Oh, my alarm is going off. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you get something out of this. And remember, this was for entertainment only. Do your own research. I'm sure there's laws where you live. But that is what I would do should we fall into an SHTF, as many like to call it. Having said that, have a great day. Thank you very much for your support, ladies and gentlemen, and for being here today. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I am out. Now, I'm not picking on Mountain House here, but I wanted to show you real quick. The Nutrient Survival Triple Mac Cheese compared to the Mountain House Creamy Macaroni and Cheese. This is what you're getting, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I think Nutrient Survival, not think, but know, is the most nutrient-dense survival food, or even food that there is in the market. If you go to this tool and you just go ahead and put your cursor or your mouse over any of these nutritional items here, it tells you and it compares what it is that it has along with what Mountain House has. So, for example, if I go to protein, it shows that a serving of Triple Mac cheese has 24% of your daily value of protein, whereas in Mountain House, it's 15%. Fiber, as you can see, 21% to 0. Omega-3s, 22% to 0. I often get asked, why is Nutrient Survival pricier than other long-term food storage companies? Well, in my opinion, it's not, because you're not getting the same with other long-term food storage companies, as you see here, than you are with Nutrient Survival. Here's their Homestyle Scramble, which is compared to their breakfast skillet. And you can see right here, all you have to do is point. And I can do this all day, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm not picking on any particular company. I just want people to know that this is the very best nutrient-dense survival food in the market. So feed your freedom with Nutrient Survival.